Hi everyone, welcome to A Beer with Brad, episode 34. It's the final episode of 2023, the December episode. And tonight I'm going to talk about some things going on with the holidays, maybe a little bit about the fall, but first, let's talk about the beer. Tonight I'm having a Shiner Holiday Cheer. I don't know really anything about this beer. It's a complete departure from a lot of the other beers I do because this beer was not made in Nebraska or some of the states around it. This comes from Shiner, Texas. So what happened with this beer was last weekend, or a week and a half ago maybe, some of my friends got together and we did a holiday craft beer exchange. So there's 24 people. Everyone brought 24 beers, and then you went around the room and everyone gave everyone a beer. So we each got one of every person's beer, and I ended up with 3 Shiner Holiday Cheers. So I figured, you know what, I might as well do that for my beer with Brad. I did a little research. I don't know a ton about Shiner. I've had Shiner Bock, which is their big beer that everyone knows about. Shiner Bock I've had a million times over the years. It's a great beer, nice, easy drinking brown and a Bock brown beer, and after doing a little research, it's Shiner Bock is actually brewed by Spoetzl. I think it's Spoetzl Brewery in Shiner, Texas, a small town in Texas. And it's apparently still family owned according to their website, and they've been brewing beer since 1909. So over 100 years now they've been brewing Shiner Bock, and I'm guessing Shiner Holiday Cheer, reading these ingredients, came out a lot more recently, but the beer is brewed with peaches and pecans. So my bar is not set very high on that. I did look back at my Untapped app, and apparently I did try this beer in 2014. So 9 years ago I tried this. So basically I'm trying it for the first time, and I gave it 9 years ago. I gave it a rating of 4 out of 5, which is pretty high. So Shiner Holiday Cheer. Cheers. It's interesting. It's not bad. It's almost like I don't know. It has a really sweet aftertaste, probably from the peaches. And it tastes a little bit like a beer at first, and then it goes into the fruit flavors, and now the more it sits here is a little more of a beer at the end. So I don't know. I got 3 of them to decide if I like it, but that event was fun. My mom said, she goes, "You guys exchange beers like we exchange cookies," which, okay, that's fun. I like that. So move these down here, create a little more room. And then also not local or not even family owned, this is one of the big boys, Bourbon County. Every Black Friday they come out with all their bourbon barrel aged Goose Island beers, Goose Island Bourbon County beers. So a lot of people kind of are on the fence about this. At one time, these were like the most popular beers going, but then as people kind of switched more like local craft beers, some people lost favor with these. To me, it's more of a holiday tradition at this point. My buddy Lou and I, Lou, if you know him, he's the world's largest Cowboys fan, or at least the Omaha's largest Cowboys fan. So him and I meet down at the grocery store at 6 o'clock on Black Friday morning, and we pick up the Goose Island beers. They have their bourbon barrel aged beer, which is a great beer every year, and then they always have some different variants. So there was a Bananas Foster's variant I got, and I can't remember that. There was another one, and then if you're one of the first couple people in line, sometimes it's the first dozen, sometimes it's the first 15, 20. You can get a couple other of these special variants that they bring over to Nebraska in a lot more of a limited quantity. This one is a bourbon barrel aged beer in an Eagle River, right? Eagle Rare bourbon barrel aged for 2 years. And then this one was actually in a port barrel. So still, it was a bourbon barrel that was then used for port, and then it was used for beer. So both these are cool. Basically what I do is I save these till I have some people that really are into craft beer over, and then we'll break one open. A lot of times my brother-in-law from DC, when he comes to town for the holidays, will break a couple of them open. They didn't make it last year, so over there on the shelf I still have last year's boxes sitting there. And these are cool. It says that the flavor will continue to develop for 5 years, so no hurry. They can sit there. Lou, the guy that I picked these up with, he has hundreds of beers from 5-6 years ago that he's always every year he'll taste one and see how it goes, and just cool, something different. So my photography analogy on these is, this is like going to the national park to photograph that world famous scene that like 10,000 people have photographed before. They're not something that is super unique. They're all across the country. These two are a little more rare because you have to be one of the first people, but they're still not like a one of a kind that not a lot of people have seen. Not like if you went out to Jukes or Cross Drain or something when they're having one of their limited releases, or Nebraska Brewing Company. These are a lot more mass produced, but still very good quality. The closest thing I can think of off the top of my head that I've had on the Beer with Brad before was early on. I had a Moab from Nebraska Brewing Company. This is going to be the similar flavor profile. This one I believe is probably just going to have a little more flavor just because of the price point and how long and what kind of barrel and stuff. But nothing against Nebraska Brewing beer. That Moab is an awesome beer. I would, if I saw it in the store tomorrow, I'd buy some. So cool, fun holiday tradition there. All right, let me rearrange here. Yeah, so that's, I don't know, it's interesting. I think a lot of people would like that even if you weren't into like really the crazy craft beers. I mean, it is just the fruit flavor. I think a lot of people could get into that beer. Still find it interesting that it was a craft beer exchange at a local brewery here in town. It was put together by one of my buddies, and ended up with 3 of the same beers. So we are really approaching the end of fall. It's been a crazy month. November flew by. I can't even believe that it's December, and that I feel like, well, we had a kind of a weird fall here too. So we had no fall color, then all of a sudden we had a hard freeze, and so the leaves fell off. We didn't have a ton to go photograph, but a lot of the other things that fall have been awesome this year. And I haven't photographed, like I said, I've just been so busy. I haven't had time to get out and photograph like I want to. Between the kids and work and just other things going on in life, it just hasn't not worked out. But so besides, I mean, we didn't have the fall color like I said, but the sunrises and sunsets have been pretty darn good. More of the sunrises I feel like have been, there's been a couple mornings where either I wake up or I get out of the shower and I can just tell by the reflected light coming through the window into the house that, hey, that is an awesome sunrise, and I'll go look out and crack the blinds and look out, and it's like, wow, I'm really missing a good one. So we've had a lot more good sunrises than sunsets, but we've had good ones of both. Those of you that are into wildlife photography, the sandhill cranes, they've had an unprecedented number of sandhill cranes stopping in Nebraska on their migration to the south this fall. And there's been a lot of whooping crane sightings throughout the whole month of November. So kind of disappointed I missed. I told myself last year that sometime in the first week or so of November, I'm going to go out on a nice day and try to photograph some whooping cranes, and never got to it. And then the bald eagle surveys are starting to roll in right now because it's bald eagle season in my book. I don't know if season's the right word. There's the Los Bluffs National Wildlife Refuge, a couple hours south of Omaha, down by Mound City, Missouri, Squaw Creek, Missouri. They're approaching 200 bald eagles right now, so it is an awesome time to get down there and photograph bald eagles, plus all the other, I mean, there's so many birds, different birds migrating through there. There's a ton to see down there. If you want to just spend a day relaxing outside, be patient and wait for the birds and kind of keep moving around until you find them, and be patient for them to come to you. A lot of cool stuff to see down here. And then even as you move north, I haven't seen too many bald eagles around here, just a few random ones here and there, but up at DeSoto Bend, Boyer Chute, there's apparently a lot of bald eagles up that way too. So great time to get out and look for that wildlife. Also another good time to get out and look for owls. I have not seen any owls personally, but I have heard them Last night I was taking out the trash and I could hear one even out here in the neighborhood. So I still need, I know I've said it in the video before, but I really want to photograph an owl sometime. And it's just kind of one of those birds that I really think look cool, and I haven't had the opportunity to do that. So on to the real topic today is that I'm recording this a week early. So most of you know that this video normally comes out the first Thursday of every month, except for the 2 times that it has not automatically posted when it was supposed to and I was out of town, but this time I'm recording it way early, and then so it'll come out on the 30th, which is the day before, or is the last Thursday of November. And the reason I'm doing that is because Sunday, the 3rd, is my annual Beer with Brad holiday pop-up at the Countryside Village. So I wanted to get this video out a couple days early, remind people that, hey, swing into the Casual Pint. I got a lot of photos. This is just the photos that I bagged up over the last 2 days, getting ready for the pop-up. A lot of them I've had here, just not ready to go. They weren't in bags and on the boards yet. But you know, I got Omaha skyline here. And this actually is a cool picture. This is kind of a one-of-a-kind picture in that I took this in 2019. So all the water you see down in the foreground is the flood water, and then behind it is the Santa Lucia Festival. And then that whole area's been redeveloped, so the floodwater's gone, the riverfront's totally different now, so it's kind of one of those cool pictures that, it's a cool picture just because of all the reflection in that floodwater and then the lights of the, from the Santa Lucia Festival, but then also just because none of this is there and you can't recreate this. So, cool picture I'll have up there. Another one that is really popular, especially around the holidays. This is an aerial of Roosevelt Stadium. I took this. This is the first game of the last CWS in 2010. This was a stressful day, and it all came together for what I think is a cool picture. Also, something not there anymore. And then, you know, a picture like this that I've talked about on this Beer with Brad probably maybe 3 of the last episodes, or 3 of the 4 episodes, 3 of the 4 last episodes. So I went ahead through this in a box. I still haven't figured out the one little bright spot there, but this is the one I showed from that video. So I have tons of these. These are 12 by 18. This just kind of the size I like for the art fairs, because it's not too big where, you know, a lot of people can find a place for it. It's not too small where you can't see any detail. The price point on it, $50, is, I feel, really reasonable. So it's, you know, it's a good size at a good price point, and I have tons of them. This is one stack, and then in the other room, boxed up, ready to go, I'd probably have another stack of prints about that tall. 12 by 18 is not the most standard size where you're not going to just roll into Target and find a frame for it. But you can order frames for that size online. And, you know, I've always advocated that if you're going to buy a print, take it to a custom framer and pick out something that you want, and make sure they're using quality materials. Use your acid-free mat boards. Get it dry mounted. Just, if you're going to spend the time and buy something you really like and you're going to hang on your wall, make sure it looks good all around, not that just the photo looks good. If you slam it into a cheap frame, it's never going to look as good. It's always going to look like it's crushed into a frame. And I don't have any interest in a framing shop, so that is just all 100% my opinion. The other cool thing about the way I have these mounted, so this is a piece of foam board on the back, and then I use the photo corners to hold it in place. So if you wanted to just buy the print for someone and not get it framed, you could totally wrap this. Like, no big deal, you could wrap it, or you could put it in a box and wrap it, but it's totally presentable as is, so you can give it to someone else and let them pick out their own frame. And especially, I always tell people too, if you're getting a print for someone that doesn't live here, don't ever get it framed here. You're gonna pay an arm and a leg in shipping. You might pay more for shipping on some items than you will for the frame, I think. So just get them the print, send it to where they live, and then let them pick out their own frame that matches other things they have. So, and I'll have some big pieces there, some big metal prints, some of my Duraplex prints, and a few other, there might be some canvases. In fact, there's a couple canvases up there, or that will go up there. So again, Beer with Brad is this Sunday, December 3rd from 1 to 5 at the Casual Pint at Countryside Village. They have a party room off to the side. We'll have the stuff set up in the party room. It's a great little neighborhood tap room. Go in, they have 30 different beers you can choose from it on tap, and then there's probably another 100 in bottle or can. Most of them are canned now. So pick out a beer, do some shopping, get some of your people on your holidays knocked off, and just have a good time. You don't even have to buy a Prince either, by the way. You can just come up and hang out, have a beer, and talk, and just have a good time. So I do know that unfortunately for the second year in a row is during the Creighton, Nebraska basketball game. I wish it was a different day, but that's kind of the date that it worked out for me and Casual Pint. So hopefully next year I'll get my act together and get things done a little bit faster and get that done. And a couple other things about the holidays. On my website, if you click on a photo and you scroll down below the photo, you'll be able to see all the different materials, and I have in bold yellow letters and numbers below each item when the last day you can order that and still get it in time for the holidays. Most items on there is December 12th. So if you order it by December 12th, should be able to have it no problem by the 23rd. If you're local and we can make some kind of arrangement for delivery pickup, let me know. Maybe we can extend it out a little bit past the 12th. Not a ton. I do get a little stressed since a lot of my items come from Denver or Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa. I get a little stressed that they're going to get to me on time. The Waterloo, Iowa uses a delivery service, so that I feel a little more confident in that. And then one last thing about the website, I do have the ability to do gift certificates. I don't have the fancy certificate made. I've made some rough drafts, and my wife, that is a graphic designer, kind of she didn't say that they were bad, but I kind of got the opinion that maybe that she has a better idea. So basically how my gift certificates work, you will order a gift certificate from me, and I will send you the certificate with a code on it, and I can make a custom code for you if you want, because all the code, it's just a discount code essentially. So if you buy a $50 gift card or gift certificate, I'm going to put a special code in my website that when you type it in, it'll give you $50 off your purchase. So there's no set dollar amounts. There's no minimum. I guess, I don't know why there would be a minimum or maximum, but I can do any amount you want. And it's, like I said, if you wanted the special discount code to be like Merry Christmas Mom or whatever, I won't use that one now that I use on this video, but you know what I mean. I'll be able to do that. So let me know if you need a gift certificate. I can get that going for you, and I'll send you something. It'll be basically, I'll send you a PDF of the gift certificate with the code on it, and then you can print it out and give it to them. And if you don't want that, I can just tell you what the code is. So cool new feature my website has. Actually, I think they put it in right before last Christmas. I never got my head wrapped around it in time, and then now here it is, almost the 1st of December, and I'm still thinking about how to do it. So always running behind, but well, I'm gonna take another drink of this Holiday Cheer by Shiner. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you all are looking forward to this holiday season. No matter what you do, what you celebrate, I just hope you enjoy the people around you. And I thank everyone for tuning in again this year. Looking forward to 2024. I already have the next 2 episodes kind of planned out in my mind. So we'll get the, that would be episode 35 and 36. So that will round out the 3rd year of Beer with Brad. So kind of fun. I didn't know what I was getting into when I started, and here we are wrapping up year 3 already. But I want to thank you all again for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. It's been another wonderful year. I really enjoy doing the photography. I really enjoy all the support I get from everyone. And I look forward to sharing a lot more in 2024. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Just enjoy your holiday season, and I'll see you again next time.